My name is Rhapsody and welcome to Cultist Simulator, a game that I have struggled to describe in genre for maybe 15 minutes now, just starting and stopping recording. If I had to nail it down, I would say resource management, roguelike, card-based simulator narrative game? That's a lot of buzzwords, but look, in play, it will be much more clear what the game is. The game is written by Alexis Kennedy, who is alumni from... Alumni? No, it is alumnus in singular. Dang it. From Fail Better Games, who did Fallen London, as well as Sunless Sea. So you can kind of get a general idea of the vibe of the world from that. We play as a character in each of our runs who has started to happen across some scrap of truth about the universe, and exploring, pulling at that thread, has them founding a cult, gaining members, fighting against forces that might stop them from continuing their investigations into the occult secrets of the universe, and trying to keep yourself sane over the course of that, trying to keep yourself fed and clothed over the course of that. That's the resource management that I was talking about before. In fact, let's explore. At the very bottom, we have 4 different resources here. We have health, we have passion, we have reason, and we have funds. The main way with which you interact with the game is applying your cards to verbs. So this is a verb. It is work. Earn a living or practice the invisible arts. If we click on work, we can see the kinds of things that will be accepted. A work slot will accept the aspect ability, the aspect job, the aspect right, and the aspect desire. And then if we look at a card, we can see all of the aspects that that card has. So this card is a precarious position as a hospital porter. Miserable, but it's all we can find for now, and it has aspect jobs. So we can drop that into the work slot, and it will have us go for another shift at the hospital, another shift, mopping the darkened hallways, delivering posts to hollow-eyed invalids, trundling corpse-laden gurneys to the basement. So we'll just have the character do that and see what we get. Halfway through your shift, the head porter beckons you aside. "We won't require your services here any longer," he says. "Here, your last payment. I've lost my job. Now, at least, I have a little time to rest as my health improves. Dream has been unlocked." So we can see that we've unlocked a new verb in dream, as well as 2 cards. We got funds and we got health. Awesome. So this is kind of the playmat area. So I try and keep things pretty clean while I play. So I'm going to move all of my verbs over to this side and all of my resources over close by. Now I can use health because it is aspect ability rather to work. So that will be backbreaking labor for meager pay. Is this the best I can do? I mean, sure, it's pretty much the best I can do right now, right? Because I've got another timer running, so I may as well not waste this time. It began when I spoke to the old man in the hospital. He knew my name, but he's dead now, the pneumonia. Why do I dream of him still? Why is the cobalt light in my dreams? Time is now passing. Now, the fact that time is passing means that we have another verb. This one we aren't going to directly interact with. It is just going to gradually take our funds over time. So this is effectively representing expenditure on rent, food, money, rent, food, and clothes. Time passes. I need funds to live, but perhaps this recent upset in my circumstances has been a secret blessing. Is there something in the air? There's a change. Is there something in my dreams, rather? There's a change in the air. So I'm going to move this one because I'm not going to be directly interacting with it all the way over to this side. And this one is the course of the heart. Whenever the principle of heart is implicated, I may gain vitality. This one is also not a permanent verb. It is just an event that is currently occurring. So I'll put that over this side so that when it disappears, it doesn't mess up my ordering. Let's take the contentment out of our dreams, as well as passion. Beautiful. So contentment is I'm happy, I think. It allows you to defend against dread that comes on as you start to understand more things about the nature of the universe. But it doesn't last long, so it's a card that wears out over time. So if it is not used before 60 seconds, it's just going to disappear. We do now have passion though. Dull minds are never either intuitive or mathematical. Blaise Pascal. With enough glimmering, you can study to gain more passion. We'll have a look at that in the future. So at the moment, what do I want to dream of? I can dream passionately. Sure. Let's actually look at the dream slot and see what would be accepted. You would accept ability. Oh, awesome. This is a new update that they actually have. If I hover over something, it will show me what fits that. Interesting. I can dream of money? Oh no, dreaming with money will allow me to purchase a tincture of opium. In times of a special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of a special crisis. It's an expensive and risky way to gain contentment. It might provoke sickness or despair. We are going to dream passionately. I know this dream, a road crests a hilltop, and the air is silver bright. We could also add an aspect in, kind of to modify our dream. We don't have any law yet, so we can't put anything in there. Like, contentment is not law. Law would accept aspect law or weigh the wood. Interesting. So let's let that run. This contentment's probably going to run out. I imagine we're not going to need it by the time it's gone. Thank you for the autosave. Okay, we get my own heart pumps more strongly today. We get a vitality. Now, vitality is effectively the result of exercise. Or, as it says in the listing, something rarer has invigorated me. You can use it with study, which is a verb that we do not yet currently have access to, in order to gain more health, right? So we currently have one health card, and it's in here doing unskilled labor for us. But if we use 2 vitality with study, we can actually gain a second health. So now we have 2 vitality, but we do not have study yet. Damn. And I can't work with money, and I can't work with fatigued health. You can see this card is fatigued, but it's also got a countdown until it comes back. Ooh. Is this my study? A bequest arrives. A letter from a solicitor. The old man in the hospital, the one I dreamed of, has named me in his will. I'll see more soon. There's a new thing in our dreams. Rumpled fields and the wink of a river. A tingling chill. You can see the magnetic slot here has just taken another funds from us. Ooh, what's the next one? Tonight I will dream of... I dreamt of nothing at all. I woke and stretched and rose without haste. Those quiet hours have left me energized. Beautiful. So we get another vitality. Damn, we stacking vit. Not that much that we can do right now with our other options, though. A bequest arrives. An old man, or rather the old man, has bequeathed me a sum of money, a packet of peculiar papers, poetry, riddles, metaphysical speculations, and for the first time in months, plural, here is some fuel for my reason. So we have unlocked study. We've gotten a bequest, a package of peculiar papers from my correspondence executor. I must study it using either passion or reason. So this has aspects, I imagine aspect text. Yep, books are memory which does not die. We get 9 funds, which could not have come at a better time, and we also get a reason. No live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Shirley Jackson. Let's just collect all of those. And now let's study with vitality and put another vitality in there, and we will actually be able to increase our health. We'll do the bequest later. Okay. Health is still fatigued, so I can't use it to work yet. Oh, I can use my reason to work, though. Okay, let's use our reason to work to find some clerical work. And I'll use my health to dream, because there's no reason to just leave it sitting around, not doing anything. Okay, over here we have gotten a light in the skull. Whenever the principle of lantern sheds its light, I may recall additional scraps of knowledge. So this is also a passing one. So I'll sort those out and pick up clerical work. Glover & Glover has offered me a junior position. I start at 8 tomorrow morning, sharp. Let's make sure that we get the position to sit over here directly next to work, because that's where it's going to be used constantly. The scratching of pens, the sourness of dust, and the sighing of the younger Glover, the greedy gurgling of the elder. We can also use some diligence here, so we'll put some reason in there to put in some extra effort at Donald and Glover. Donald and Glover, no, I'm just thinking. I was thinking the entire time, don't say Donald, don't say Donald, don't say Donald. And then Donald and Glover. You know what? It's Donald and Donald. The extra effort is applied. Perhaps they will appreciate it. All right. This is as fast forward as we can possibly go right now. Our study completes and we get to... Ooh, no, the light in the skull gives us erudition. Erudition is reason increase. Yeah, I've learned a great deal lately. I may be close to advancement. It lasts only 3 minutes if unused, and it can be used to gain reason. So you can see that health has vitality, reason has erudition, and passion has glimmering. It's kind of like they're secondary. And you use those to upgrade. You also use them for a bunch of other things, but that's not relevant at the moment. We're using them for upgrades. Awesome. Exercise the body. So we exercise the body and we have gotten back another health, as well as skill, a stronger physique. I have benefited from exercise, uses with 4 vitality to gain more health. So we would need 4 vitality before we can actually upgrade our skill here. But that's okay. What do I want to put in my study? I'll put the bequest in my study. Approach it with passion or reason. I want to go with reason, so... But I'm going to be using my reason in Glover and Glover. Okay, fine. Examine my bequest, employing passion. I'll read, theorize, pace, sketch, clutch at hair in wonder, rise in elation, and collapse in despair. Let's see what our dreams are doing. Rest, reconsider your priorities, or risk yourself in exploration of the kingdoms of sleep. We got health and a fleeting memory. Sometimes I have dreamt of a tall woman in a sand-covered coat. Colored coat, rather, who stands at the foot of my bed, smiling as she watches me sleep. In that dream, she turns her head with the swiftness of a bird, and her fingers flex like talons. I do not think I dreamt of her last night. If I had, I could not have slept so soundly. So now we have 2 health as well as a fleeting memory, which is going to go by ridiculously quickly. It has aspect secret histories as well as aspect moth and aspect influence. A moment in time, in another moment, it'll be gone. So I don't think there's anything I can use that for right now. So I kind of just have to watch it disappear. All right. Mr. Alden, the supervisor of records, has called me into his office to recognize my diligence. I watch this mole on his neck as he talks and talks and talks. But at the end of it, I have a promotion. My new position is better paid, and the desk stands right by the street window. I will work directly for Mr. Alden now. Mr. Alden is known to be exacting. So I can't use my reason to gain more erudition right now because it's dimmed. Alright, fine. I'll work at Glover and Glover. I am better paid than I was, but Mr. Alden has taken an interest in me. Mr. Alden is very particular. Mr. Alden likes things done just so. And Mr. Alden has never believed that I am qualified for this position. Okay. Ooh, we've got a new one up here. Exotic cravings. What hunger drives me? This will accept marks of light, marks of delight, and marks of shaping. I believe I have none of those currently. My correspondent describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar. The house, the wood, the hours, and the glory. I sense here a power that generals and kings would envy. A new desire burns within me. There is a note here. Directions to a bookshop that does not advertise its wares. We can take back our passion. We get notes on a possible collaborator. We'll check that out in a bit. We also get a smith's secret. Oh, that's a problem. That's probably going to be drawn in. Directions to Morland's, which is the bookstore, as well as a temptation for power. Oh no. This is definitely going to take our obsession, right? Yep, this is a mark of shaping, and it's a desire. It's definitely going to be taken. Damn it, damn it, damn it. See? No? You're not going to take it? Oh, I could have sworn. Alright, I kind of want to dream with reason to see if I can get another erudition. What if I study with... No, again, I can't study with reason. I'm going to study the notes on the possible collaborator. I have a name, a description, and a few tantalizing details, but there are thousands upon thousands of faces in the city. Yeah, it did take the temptation. Damn it. Hunger burns in my heart. Hunger for the power the invisible arts might bring. The forge glows. So I guess we're going for a forge build. The Forge of Days waits in my dreams. If I learn the Forge's lore, I can dream of this temptation. And I dream of this temptation, I can advance my purpose. The need gnaws at me. So we pick up restlessness. A restless longing has me. I feel that I want to do something, but what exactly? Sure, let's dream of our temptation of power. Or do we want to dream of the Smiths? Nope, that's not going to work. Dream of our temptation of power. Meditate on my goal of unearthly power. We also have a calculation. We can use our health or our reason, or we can use an aspect of lore. I'm going to use a Smith's secret. I will dedicate myself to the pursuit of power. Sounds perfect. Come on, reason, come back up. Find a potential collaborator, and I now have an address. I'll dispatch a letter and propose a meeting. However, I also have a reputation. We'll talk about that in just a second. We've unlocked a new verb, talk. I await the answer to a letter. Okay. So Mystique is a aspect of reputation. They remember who I am. Mystique may attract the attention of hunters. They can't use it to build a case against you, but it will encourage them to look harder. So this is for the unsightly elements of the world that might want to stop me in my studies. I can't imagine who. Alright, let's study the directions to Mortland's. The directions to Mortland's shop are cryptic. When one deals in the kinds of books my correspondent studied, one must be circumspect. Alright, nothing has yet changed. Okay, damn. I do not believe that you have properly understood the importance of our work here. This task will require your full attention. Alright, we'll put our full attention in there. The work is completed when I have assessed the work is complete and not before. I trust we understand one another. Damn it. Bleak thoughts. Dark days. I must be careful not to let my doubts creep in. Dread may provoke full-fledged despair. So if I had any dread on the board right now, aspect induces despair. It would be taken by bleak thoughts, and then that would start to increment and counter until our demise. 3 dread or 3 injury, and we're gonna die. So I'm glad that that's turned up while I actually don't have any dread on the board. Okay, the reply to your letter is courteous, if cautious. They're intrigued by how you found their name, intrigued enough to meet you. Elizabeth, an acquaintance. I actually haven't even named myself. Let's do the most obvious name of all time. We've also found another key verb in explore. I've explored a location. Here's an occult scrap. And Morland's shop has been unlocked. An ill-lit street and an ill-favored bend in a lesser river. The soft yellow light through a grimy window. Miss Morland nods as I enter, but doesn't rise. I never ask the names of my clients, she informs me, before I have time to introduce myself. Well, let's explore Morland's. Cost, okay, I imagine. Let's add to our library. It takes time to sort out the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff, the blood from the water. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting. That's exactly what I'm looking towards. Damn it! No, we have dread! Oh no! Bleak thoughts. Dark days. Uh-oh. We're gonna need to get some contentment to counteract that dread. Our reason's been dimmed! Damn it! This Erudition's gonna run out of time. Damn it, damn it, damn it. A Smith's Secret we've gotten back. I have advanced a step towards a terrible ascension. Well, that sounds right. Let's go for it. I whispered the words, from that Smith speaks to the iron, that the murderer speaks to their victims, that the fire speaks to its fuel. Only I know what I have done, but it has shaped my path now. We get dedication power as well as a Smith's Secret back. Ooh, do I dream on my dedication? Hint, the next step. I've gone as far as I can dream. I must perform the work. Ooh, work? With no and power. So no is not going to accept anything that I have. I would need to have passed the stag door in my dreams in order to have no. However, power, I've got a Smith's Secret, so I can put that there. Right? None of these other things are going to work? None of these other things are going to work. Okay. So I need to advance my dreams, I guess, at the moment. So how do I dream correctly? Well, I dream with passion, right? And then I can add some lore in. If I add in the Smith's Secret, maybe that'll get us somewhere. I do need to go back to work, though. I'm not currently studying anything. Should I be studying something right now? I could study the occult scrap, but I don't know if that's actually a thing that I want to study. Exploring with this scrap of knowledge may uncover secret locations in the capital. But this is for Aspect secret histories. I'll study it. Ooh, study it with what? Oh, I would need to study it with more occult scraps in order to amplify it. Okay, I don't even have that. Fair enough. Let's just go get some exercise. We explore and gain a book of Latin grammar. That's actually really important. The book of Latin grammar is going to allow us to learn Latin so that we can read Latin books. Yeah, I know. Well done. Let's talk to Isabet as well. Here is someone I might work with, a companion or a follower. But at first, I must give them something to follow. A society, a solidarity... Sodality? I've never seen that word in my life. An order. A cult. Oh. This is a new one. Choose our founding principles. Our founding principles are in use. It's the Smith's Secret over there. A pleasant day. This morning there is a spring in my step. I'm not sure why. This is going to give us contentment after 30 seconds, which will then be taken by this in order to knock out the one dread that I've already stacked. And we've gotten Isabet back. I have begun my true work. The authorities will take an interest in it. I must be ready for them. We've begun to establish our cult. We'll need a little more before we can recruit followers. Unfortunately, we now have notoriety. So if anyone starts looking into us, they're going to start finding things. Is there any more talking I want to do? Not right now. Okay. Let's let some time pass. Perfect. Add to my library. I got Locksmith's Dream, a light through the keyhole. I don't think that's good for us. I don't think that's a thing I want in particular. I don't know if I'm going to buy another book right now. Our funds are going to start to dwindle. Whoop. Rumpled Fields and Wink of a River, Tinkling Chill. Cool. I've seen that one before. Here, this gave us contentment, but it was pulled directly out by the despair event, and now it's being used to quell our dread. Position at Donald's, Glover and Glover. Mr. Alden has found nothing to criticize in my work today. He does not look up as I leave. Let's go to work again. Okay, our study has given us health and vitality. Right, I didn't need to do that. I don't need more vitality right now. Unless I can get 4 vitality, I have nothing currently that I'm using vitality for. I also know it's pronounced vitality, but I like saying things wrong because it annoys some of you. It's not said glacier, it's said glacier. Or glacier. Number 1, no, it's not said glacier everywhere. And number 2, whatever. You knew what I meant, didn't you? Improve my Latin. I recall a certain amount from school days, but I need to brush up. Let's go. Ooh, Smith's Secret has come back, which we can now use, perfect, to establish the unflinching order. We also got Fascination. Nightmare, the Cleansing Dawn. I can now slough off my flesh, patch by patch, tugging at the tendons free like fibers picked from teeth. My skin lies like a shredded blanket. The sun heaves itself above the horizon with a triumphant battle yell. The light falls like acid on my naked bones. Pain wakes me. My bones will throb for days. Delightful! We've got some fascination. If we have too much fascination, that's another lose condition because we go stark raving mad. Is there anything I want to dream on right now? Not really. Okay, so memories of better times keep the wolf at the door. Each contentment has destroyed one dread. So the despair disappears, and now we have a fleeting memory that we can't really use for anything at the moment. The wrong kind of attention. I'm safe for now. The meddler's attention must be elsewhere. A relief. Beautiful, because if they were really looking for me, they would have found that notoriety and started harming us. The hour that we will serve requires pain I must give of myself. Sure, there's some health. We also have improved my Latin. No, no, no. Nothing else I really want to do right now. No, no, no. Cool. Ooh, I can dream with fascination. But I need a reminder. A gray reality. Oh, okay. If I put a fascination and a dread in here at the same time, I think that they will eliminate one another. Extremely intriguing. Let's buy another book. Nope, I didn't commit myself to doing that. That's my bad. Gotta remember, hit S. Please, Mr. Alden, do not... damn it. All right, I need to put my reason in there because Mr. Alden asked for it. Okay, we now have Scholar of Latin. Beautiful. So if we have any Latin books, we can now read them. This is not a Latin book. It is instead a volume of the locksmith's dream. The parallels in mystic dreams experienced by carpenters, masons, and other artisans, and what they purport to reveal about the architecture of the world. Sometimes mordant, sometimes funny. No one has ever explained why Galmia devoted herself to this quixotic exploration of artisans' dreams. Okay, it doesn't really tell me what it's related to, so we'll just study it. Exploration has rewarded us with The Queen of Rivers, a surreal contemporary play by the enigmatic Monica Medina, in which the Queen of the Rivers are murdered. Queens, rather, of the rivers. Rivers are murdered one by one. I trip over my words a lot, which is a problem. Reading things aloud, I either read it completely perfectly, or I stumble once, and then that shakes my confidence, and I stumble again and 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 again. Uh-oh. Sickness. I've become unwell. If health cannot be consumed, it will cause death. Thankfully, we had a health sitting around there. It's fine. My first recruit. That's got to be Easabit. Perfect. Let's go back to our position there. As we wait for things to continue. All right. I founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote your followers. Talk to the followers about your cult to send them on cult business. Okay. So we have established an unflinching order, an occult society dedicated to the fire that changes and remakes. We can use cults with the talk verb to recruit or promote followers and to send them out on errands to gather resources. Nope, tell me more. A believer can be promoted to a disciple, and a few gifted disciples can be exalted even higher to reshapers. We also get a temporary headquarters, as well as our Smith's Secret back. Okay. Let's put all of our skills over here. What I really want to do is increase the amount of passion and reason that I have. If I dream with passion and don't modify it, I don't know how to get glimmering right now. I'm going to try that and dream without lore. Ooh, we got Erudition from Locksmith's Dream. Cool. Time and again, we hear of the wood, which rises from the world's foundation. All trees reach for light. What does the wood reach for? Is there a difference between light and light? Capital and lowercase. I think the key to dreams of the wood might be one of these. The one that isn't exactly real. A watchman's secret. Okay, so this is probably a competing ideology. Yeah, it's aspect of lantern, whereas we're going aspect of forge. So I don't know if that's exactly going to be helpful for us. Ooh, I can just straight up... No, I would need 2 Erudition, of course. Can I work out my reason here? I should be able to. Aspect ability, right? Alright, I've got an affliction. That's not good. Got 177. Dream on affliction to transform it back to health before the card decays. Okay, so if it decays, I'm probably losing something. So I'm not going to allow it to decay. Okay. Whatever is at hand will read. I'm hoping this is going to give me an erudition. Oh no, I just lost. Damn it. I can't apply any focus to my job right now. Uh-oh. Add reason to satisfy Mr. Alden. I don't have any reason right now. No! Damn it. I would like to say that I am disappointed, but my expectations of you were already low. I have no choice but to withhold a portion of your pay. You may go, but please be punctual tomorrow. Damn it. Well, I only lost 1 funds then. Rain is coming, but the right kind of rain. Right kind of rain, rather. Okay, we get passion back as well as contentment. We don't need the contentment right now, so a little saddened that I lost our passion for that long to get nothing. Reason and erudition. Beautiful. Okay, let's put these 2 erudition in here. Exercise the mind. I picked up odd facts here and there. If I could spend time studying what I've learned, I could increase my reason. Perfect. We also need to dream on this affliction, as well as provide some money for medicines. The medicine is dark and bitter as tar. It won't be easy to suspect I am poisoned. It would be easy to suspect I am being poisoned. There we go. That's what they call me. Old one-take Rhapsody. Let's see if we can explore. No, we can talk to our headquarters. Place a follower in here to convert them permanently into a prisoner. No, thank you. I only have 1 follower right now, and I would like to keep them that way. Okay. Dreaming with an injury before the card phase is laid. No! Oh, I'm gonna lose a health because of the injury as well. Damn it. Decrepitude. Unrelated injuries, untreated injuries and hunger become decrepitude, which does not return to health. Decrepitude remains until you die. It is an aspect ability? Huh? Strong. With a consciousness of radiance as well as a fleeting memory, though. Well, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. That has been the foundation of my cult. Here in Cultist Simulator, there is a playlist in the description down below with all contents on this game, present and future. I always have to remind myself not to say past, present, and future on the first episode of a series. There is also a link to the Steam store page so that you can pick up the game yourself. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.